And now we're gonna to draw diagrams. Honoring gratitude. And we can use the triangle of reality to develop the sub-concept of and we have here is the sub-concept of honoring and gratitude. We have here is emotionally touch and move. This one is emotionally touch and move. We have here is taking for granted. Okay, taking for granted. And we have here is recognition. All right, please. Present. Present. Youthfulness. Youthfulness, and then important. Important. We have recognition, presence, youthfulness, and important. This is the xin chào chị Thu Hằng. So this is the triangle of realities of honoring and gratitude. And here we move on to the tolerance. We have here is tolerance. We use the triangle of the reality to create the pathway, and also we develop the sub-concept. This one is non-attachment. Non-attachment, okay. Non-attachment. This one is wanting. We have wanting. And imagination. Imagination. This one is sit. And here we have respect. We have respect. We have understanding. We have understand and accept. And this is the triangle of realities of the tolerance. And this is the triangle of realities of honorings and gratitudes. If you be able to have the tolerance with you, so it's so good. So we writing down about the definition. We're writing down the definition. Honoring gratitude is a stage of being emotionally touched and moved by things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people. It is a stage when taking for granted does not exist. It is a state when we recognize the reason for existence, the importance of people, and the usefulness of all things. Honoring gratitude is a stage of being emotionally touched and moved by things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people. It is a stage when taking for granted does not exist. It is a stage when we recognize the reason for existence, the importance of people, and the usefulness of all things. And when we're talking about honoring and gratitude in the information corner, that is the emotionally touched and moving towards the bad things, events, phenomena, circumstances, or people. And in the energies corner, that is a stage when taking for granted does not exist. And under the materials manifestation, so it is a stage when we recognize the reason for existence, the importance of people, and the usefulness of all things. And when we look at the materials, the materials manifestation, we can see that people recognize the reason for existence of a person, the presence of a person, the importance of people, and also the usefulness of all things. The usefulness of all things. And we're gonna do writing. Emotionally touched and moved is a stage of the sensation within the inner beings that something we feel unworthy of, yet still we receive is it something we receive that surpasses our wanting and imagination about wealth, form, identity, eating, and resting. Emotionally touched and moved is a state of the sensation within the inner beings that something we feel unworthy. Worthy of, yet still receive, is it something we receive that surpasses our wanting and imagination about wealth, form, identity, eating, and resting. Emotionally touched and moved is a stage of the sensation within the inner being that something we feel unworthy of, yet still receive. It is something we receive that surpasses our wanting and imagination about wealth, form, identity, eating, and resting. It is something we receive that surpasses our wanting and imagination about wealth, form, identity, eating, and resting. For those who have so much wanting and imagination about the wealth, the form, identity, eating, and resting. And if you have so much wanting and imagination, and then when the people cannot, surpasses your wanting and imagination, so we will not emotionally touch and move. But if we only have a very small wanting and imagination, for example, when we are here in these programs, and then we not have the wanting and imagination about eating, about resting, and then we very simple to have the emotionally touch and move. Yes. About, we eating, and then also the accommodation from the resort for our resting. So is there anything in the program that does not meet your wanting and imagination? So everybody there is a participant saying that they cannot go to swim on the sea, and then now is the storm. There is a storm, so the sea is with the very big waves, so we cannot go to swim on the sea, or we not going to swim with the surf. And then before, when I was here, I usually drive with the surf. And then also when I dive into the sea, I also can see the coral, areas filled with the coral. And everyone asked about the cost of aperitifs. So on March and April, so if we study here in the Phan Thiết Mũi Né Bay Resort, so this is very good. So at that time, the weather is better, so we can dive to see the coral. So turn on your partner and say, oh, we already surpasses our wanting and imagination. All right, so we continue to write down about the definition. When emotionally touched and disappear, taking for granted disappear. Honoring gratitude is revealed, resentment is absent. When emotionally touched and moved appears, taking for granted disappear. Honoring gratitude is revealed, resentment is absent. When emotionally touched and moved appears, taking for granted disappear. Honoring gratitude is revealed, resentment is absent. When emotionally touched and moved appears, taking for granted disappear. Honoring gratitude is revealed, resentment is absent. When emotionally touched and moved disappears, taking for granted appears. Honoring gratitude is absent, and resentment is revealed. When emotionally touched and moved disappears, taking for granted appears. Honoring gratitude is absent, and resentment is revealed. When emotionally touched and moved disappear, taking for granted appears. Honoring gratitude is absent, and resentment is revealed. And thầy Nhật Anh said that when I, I'm driving the surf, so I can see the fish jumping on the surf, and also the jellyfish, and then it's cut us itchy. When the jellyfish touch us, we feel itchy. By honoring, we claim through gratitude may be sustained. One who possesses does not honor, then one who honors will possess. Trân trọng thì sở hữu. By honoring, we claim through gratitude may be sustained. By honoring, we claimed through gratitude may we sustain. One who possesses does not honor, then one who honor will possess. By honoring, we claimed through gratitude may we sustain. One who possesses does not honor, then one who honors will possess. Honoring is speed, gratitude is direction. Honoring is speed, gratitude is direction. And with the people have the direction because they have the gratitude towards their own, and then also they have the gratitude towards their family, for their society. So that person, they have the direction. So if you don't have any direction, it means that you still not yet have the gratitude. Honoring gratitude multiply what we have. Honoring gratitude multiplies what we have. Or honoring gratitude multiplies what we have. So if we would like to have anything, we gonna to have the honorings and gratitude towards that things. We honoring gratitude multiplies what we have. For example, we are honoring gratitude towards the knowledge, and then we expand our knowledge. And we honoring and gratitude for the good news from people. Gradually, we have more and more goodness from others. And then also we honoring and gratitude for our merits. And if we have the honoring and gratitude towards the merits, so that is a task of blessing. And then honoring and gratitude towards the food. And then also we honoring and gratitude towards the people that cook the food for us. And then for example, there are people that preparing the food and then they offer us the food, and we have the honoring and gratitude. So when that people cooking, they usually share with us, bring the food for us. So there is brother and sister saying honoring and gratitude. All right. So you have the great inner energies of honoring and gratitude. Now listening to the sharing from the participant. So normally I usually say with my emotion. And first of all, I am grateful for the philosophy of the root education because I have the chance to apply in my daily life and also in my business and also in my parenting. And I am grateful for the teacher, thầy Trần Thanh Toàn. And then I would like to express my honoring and gratitude to the teacher in WIT training organization. I am grateful for all our brother and sister in the whole offline courses and also brother and sister online. And I would like to express my honoring and gratitude to my family, my parents-in-law, and thank you so much for the contribution and from the shouldering from my parents-in-law that taking good care of my children. And also I would like to express my honoring and gratitude to my husband. And now I learned and I have the lessons, impressions, realization, so I can speak faster. And then if I talk too fast, so maybe the elder people cannot listen to me with my speed. And I also I express my honoring and gratitude to my name, Nguyễn Thị Hồng Thu from the family 334. I am grateful for and then my members of the family and then they asking me whether I am on the stage so that all of the members in my family can see me on the stage. And then also I can I share with my house as my small house. Some days I miss of running. And then also I am this one is the turned over cái bùng binh. Okay, and thank you so much for all the members in the family 334 already give me a chance to be the captain. And then all of the members in my family, they are really great. And I And then they usually tell me why I did not see you on the stage and to share with everyone. So now I stand here to on the stage and to share with everyone. And I usually be an MC and I listen to the sharing from the members in my family. All right, now let's focus on the main point here. So thầy Nhật Anh said that if Miss Hồng Thu is a reality of honoring and gratitude. So let's waiting for other people to share. And I thank you so much for the knowledge because I have the reality changing on my merit. Before I take it for granted for my husband. Even my husband sending the message to me, sometimes I feel really free. And sometimes I go for work, and then my husband send message to me, and even I didn't answer any of the message. And then my husband, when he go for work, and then I just stay in the house alone by my own, and then thầy Nhật Anh said that, all right, we just feel that they are still with us and beside us. So thầy Nhật Anh said that I'm just talking. All right, so I am emotionally touched and moved, and I take my smartphone and to call my husband, and then I see that I see that we are still not the friend on the social network, and then I see that, oh, I am very happy and I am grateful for the presence of my husband, and then I accept the being the friend with my husband. And then always we usually say I'm sorry, but here in the environment we always say I am grateful for. And then, for example, when we go late on a meeting, and we can say that I am grateful for your waiting instead of I'm sorry, I am late. And then I cry at that time because I feel emotionally touched and moved for my husband, and I send message to him, and then we connect with each other again, and I recognize for all of the things that my husband done for the family. And then, for example, the washing dishes, I just washing the dish, and then I just put it there. But my husband just arrange the bowls, arrange the dish, and arrange everything very tidy and clean. And then my husband really high on the form human nature. And after that, after that, when we already have an agreement, and then my husband just make a video on how to arrange the dishes. So now I know already how to arrange the dishes. And then he usually the one who asked me, have you already locked the door at night? So and then and then from the moment, and I have not very close connection with my husband. And then now I say always with my husband, so I say honoring and gratitude. I am grateful for your presence. And then one day we have the ceremony, the anniversary of the grandma in the family. So normally I don't have my husband to drink. And then when he already drink a little bit of the alcohol, and then I just give him a kiss, and then after that I bring him a glass of water. Yeah. And my husband loved my smile, and then now. For me, I also have the honoring and gratitude towards my husband, and I recognize. I also recognize for the importance of my husband. And then also in the parenting. And then it's also related to the education of my children. So when my husband is there, and regarding to his loves, and I am a little bit like stubborn, and then sometimes I make my mother feel not very happy, and then he usually talk to his mother. Oh, alright, that is just the temper of my wife. So alright, just take it easy. Alright, take it easy. And then yes, I just say it very slow, and I tell him I love him from this point of time. So I already tell to my husband first. So he stay in my family because at that time, and then at that time because I stay with my moms, and I asked my husband to stay with me, and then he loved me for the rest of my life, and also I keep on my appearance, and he would love for what I am, for who I am. And he always tell me, if you don't have me, so but I only have my own father and mother. So if you don't love me, so there's someone else to love you. But for my mom and my dad, I am the only son of my mom and my dad. And then I have an inner awareness that my husband, if he loves his parents, then he gonna to love me. And then also, when I was studying at the second years of my university, and I also would like to go for ordained, and I find that the Buddha teaching is very good. So as we share the same wishes, we share the same wanting. And also yesterday we have an exercise, so to determine about the feminine or the masculine. So I am too much on the masculine. And then up to a point that he shared the story with his colleague. So my imagination. So I asked him why you're talking to your friend instead of talking to me. And then I already realized, and I already changed. And I am honoring and gratitude, and so now I really honoring and gratitude to my husband. And my transformations makes my husband even love me more and more. And then, as you said about the total karmic condition, so that is the good total karmic condition. And then yesterday we learned about the honor, the two souls coming together, and that is coming for a mission, for the growth and for the prosperities of a family. And when I listen to the song, I listen to the song, I even love my husband more. And thank you so much for everyone, and thank you for Thầy Nhật Anh give me a chance to share the lesson. Thank you so much. I love you, Bạc Bạc. Thank you so much, everyone. So Thầy Nhật Anh said that now you look even more beautiful and brighter. Brighter. So you have a transformation. Yeah. Do you see that? Thầy Nhật Anh asked everyone. Someone said that because of, standing on the light. And Thầy Nhật Anh said that, no, it's not only that's the light, but but because of the transformation from within. And one reality that is all right. So regarding to the honoring and gratitude, so it's like that, all right. And you need to be clear about the full concept, and you have just writing down all of the definition, and you already know. And then we can see that when emotionally touch and moves appears, taking for granted disappear, and honoring gratitude is revealed, resentment is absent. And Miss Tu a while ago recognized for the importance of people. For some time, we do not say I am grateful for, but we recognize for the importance of people, and we also call that stage. That is stage of honoring and And then when we have a state, we recognize the reason for existence, the importance of people, and the usefulness of all things. So that is also, we have the stage of honoring and gratitude. Let's move on to the tolerance. Tolerance. So the material manifestations of tolerance, so that is the definitions of the UNESCO. All right, so we have bao dung. So based on UNESCO, tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences between oneself and others in customs, life, perspective, belief, religion, race, and ways of acting, accepting that others may do things one does not agree with, within certain limits, in order to orient them to willingly move towards goodness. Tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences between oneself and others in custom, life perspective, belief, religion, races, and ways of acting. Tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences between oneself and others in custom, life perspective, belief, religion, races, and ways of acting, accepting that others may do things one does not agree with, within certain limits, in order to orient them to willingly move towards goodness. Accepting that others may do things one does not agree with, within certain limit, in order to orient them to willingly move towards goodness. Tolerance is respecting and understanding the differences between oneself and others in custom, life perspective, belief, religion, races, and ways of acting, accepting that others may do things one does not agree with, within certain limits, in order to orient them to willingly move towards goodness. And according to WIT reference system, and in tolerance in the energies corner, tolerance is an inner stage of non-attachment to anything that arises in the mind due to the impact of external circumstances. In the information corner, according to WIT reference system, tolerance is an inner stage of non-attachment to anything that arises in the mind due to the impact of external circumstances. Tolerance is an inner stage of non-attachment to anything that arises in the mind due to the impact of the external circumstances. Tolerance is an inner stage of non-attachment to anything that arises in the mind due to the impact of external circumstances. Tolerance in the energy corner. Tolerance is an inner state in which the natures of wanting and imagination exist. A person A person who is tolerant of others is someone whose inner states remain unattached to anything in their behavior. Tolerance is an inner stage in which the natures of wanting and imagination are ceased. So a person, whether in one or three corners, so we call that a tolerant person. And then in some circumstances, so we respect them. For example, they have different perspective with us, and then we respect them. And then also we have different in belief, and then we also understand them. That is, we already tolerant to them. And also the races of others is different from us, and we also be accept to the different. But regarding to the material manifestation, that is still limited. And if we still have the certain limit, for example, we have the rule, and then if the other people touch on the rule, so we cannot tolerate. And if it's over, for example, wife and husband, and also between wives and husband, they have their own rule, and then we have whatever we can do, but please don't say anything bad about my parents, for example. And that is the certain limits in the between the couple. And then when we are talking about the material manifestation of the tolerance, so it have the certain limits. So if it's still within the limits, so we can tolerance. And sometimes when we use the material manifestation of tolerance, it cannot stand, and then we change into the tolerance in the informations and in the energy corner. And then regarding to the energy of the tolerance, we use the energies of the tolerance in order to have the realities of the tolerance. So when our human natures wanting and imagination cease, so then at that time we will tolerance. Or also we just non-attachment. And if we be taking initiative to cease the wanting and the imagination, so we have non-attachment to anything that arises in the mind due to the impact of external circumstances. For example, in mentor case was sick, and I am the one who making the examinations, and then alright, I'm making the content for the examination, and then after that I send to Thầy Toàn for his approval, and then alright, so I just making the examination content, and then as for 30, and then there is 100 of phone call that teacher call you, and then so Thầy Toàn asked me, so are you ready for checking the for the for already making examinations, the wheels of the examination. So normally I do not do these things, and then alright, so I make call to Miss Big, Miss Lưu Phan Ngọc Bích to help to make the wheels of the examination. So they they are so, this is so rushed. So there is also the examination without the sounds. So all right, at that time, my wanting and imagination is, and then at that time, all right, just half. And then after 5 minutes, so I told to Thầy Toàn, all right, we have the wheels for the examination content, and then press the button to have the examination subject topic, the examination topic for the group. And then the music is the Christmas music. And because the Thầy Toàn said that, what kinds of the music? So Thầy Nhật Anh said that, all right, let me adjust. So I still cannot. So Thầy Toàn asked, why is it taking you so long to change the sounds, the music? And then at the very early in the morning, so press, so it's coming into the tape music. So it's really, smoothly rhythm. So Thầy Toàn asked, what kinds of music? So all right, let me adjust one again. And then up to I adjust for maybe 5 and 6 times, and then up to the 7th, and then I did not hear Thầy Toàn say anything about the music. So Thầy Toàn also the wanting and imagination cheese. So at that time, the wanting and imagination cheese. So there is no ignorance or there is no temperament. And then because, it's still in the certain limits. So myself, I have to learn how to be better. And then I have to find a way. And then I open another computer. So I already find out a very good music. And then Thầy Toàn said that, oh, that is great. And then I receive the energy of the tolerance, and I myself, so just, willingly move towards the goodness. Willingly move towards the goodness. And then when the wanting and imagination cheese, for example, when we have the wanting and imagination for our husband, our wife, and then if they cannot do that, so we just our wanting and imagination and non-attachment to the fall from others. Because if we cannot chase the wanting and imagination, so we attach to the action of others, and then there's no more tolerance. And sometimes when we cannot use the energies of the tolerance, so we Jensen here, so we're coming into the information corner, non-attachment, we cut the wanting and the imagination. And then in the energy, we have the wanting and we have the imagination, and then with this, but in the information arise, we just know the hearing, know the seeing, and then we have the inner tolerance is an inner stage of non-attachment to anything that arises in the mind due to the impact of external circumstances. And remember, we have tolerance toward people, but regarding to the work, and then we will not be tolerant. So it has difference. So if we are tolerant to that people and they repeat the mistakes, so what's going to happen? And then if we already have tolerance, so the fault of others will not be repeated. So if the fault still repeated, so there's no tolerance. So the key point here is we already attached to the mental image of other people's fault. And then, you know, when we already have the attachment to the mental image of the other people's fault, and then if we just, you know, let's just, you know, naturally, so we think that you already, you know, and then at that moment we are not tolerant. So there are different on the attachment or non-attachment to other people's fault. So if we already attachment to the other people mental image of other people fault, so because we already create a cause, so later on we receive the outcomes. We receive the outcome later on. And let's you can see in your lives, is there any time in your lives and you attach to the other people things doing to you? And then, is there anything, anybody that doing thing for you and you not feel very comfortable for that action? I see. And then, I don't want other people to rely on me. Maybe you do not know how to do. Please tell me. And then if you do it wrong, so we can fix it. But please don't lying to me. And then when I go to work with anybody, so I rarely meet the people that lying to me. So sometimes I meet that kind of people. And Thầy Nhật Anh said that for those who close to us, it's not very simple for us to be tolerant to that people. And then because we have wanting and imagination for the people close to us. And for example, if we are a manager, we have the wanting and imagination about our employees. So it's very simple for us to be to not have the tolerance towards that people. And me, for myself, I will not just, you know, say that to that people, but then I tell the other people, please do not say liar to me. And especially, Thầy Nhật Anh said that, especially in the work, and then, you know, we have to talk to them, and then we have to do, you know, separate between the humans and also the work. And just the act of, you know, telling lie, and is that not the people? And Thầy Nhật Anh said that we very simple also, because that person, they do not understand, so they have the, and then we will not have non-attachment. So we will not, you know, have the mental image. We will not keep the mental image, so that is tolerance. And then if we said that we will not say this again, it means that we already attached to the mental image about the other people's fault. So if the next time it happen again, so that is a new cause and the new outcomes. and then we will not attach to that people. And then what if the people repeat the fault, and then if we just we receive with our inner truth. So that is the difference between the inner peace and the tolerance. Tolerance is we see the other people fault, but we are not attached to the fault of others. But when we have the inner peace, it means that we already receive with our inner truth, and there will be no mental image, no attachment to any mental image. Thầy Nhật Anh share with everyone. Maybe other people thinking that maybe you really have the resentment for others, but because of that person, they already know about the fault, and then but we're not talking anything about them. We are not attached to the fault of other, any mental image. For example, in work, and me and co-women, and then sending the link. So me and co-women sending the link to the mentor in previous courses, and then co-women recognize that and tell me, oh, I already missed this information, and then co-women said, all right, so now just make it again. So that is tolerance. And if that is also within the certain limits, so the rule we have to apply in our work. But for the people, we will have the tolerance. But for the work, we have the rule, we have the management on the work. And during the working, and if we are a person with the human nature of form, so normally the other people, they going to not be close to us. So thank you so much, teacher. So that is about the tolerance. So I think that's for this time. So the tolerance, that is it. But we still have many things other to share about the tolerance. Regarding to the realities of the tolerance. So normally we have the attachment to people, and especially for the action of other people. So we very simple to be attached to other people's faults and behavior. All right, so we're gonna have a question. So may I ask a question regarding to the tolerance? How we practice tolerance with the beloved one close to me? And is there any formula for me to do? So thầy Nhật Anh said that when you can do, you do that. So when you're looking back, you found that we still not have the tolerance. So all right, make it again. Because attachment to the wanting and imagination. So thầy Nhật Anh said that the best here is that we release our wanting and imagination. We reduce the wanting and imagination, and then also we tell other people about a certain limits that we can bear. We tell to them. So please do not do this. Please do not do that, because that is my certain limit. And then if other people they they know about our certain limits, so they will not do that. So you tell them, husband and wife, and then also for children, and then for my children also. And for example, my child is over on, and then my child cannot stay still. And then when he go to school, and then so thầy Nhật Anh asked that is that normal? And then my children shall be beating, and then first of all, you are as a mother, you have to see your child have no problems, and then we can see that for that children they have high energy, and then you see your child have no problems, and then you share that information with your teacher, with the teacher of the child. So first of all, you have to be the one who see your child have no problems, because the child with high energy, so that is just a normal person. Because a child, you sit still, that is problems. So please forget about the teacher, all right? It's important that you yourself, as a mother of your child, we have to be clear in our inner beings, and then you see that the child has no problems. And then with a child with a high energy, that is a very normal person. It's very normal person. And then for us also, we cannot be stand still. And then when we sit stand still, and then in our minds, many things is going on. So we ask the same. So how can we tell our children? And then for the children, they have the high energy, so let them move. They have some movement, and they have to be released the energy. And then for me myself, I have the recognition from my child. And then for me, if they keep on talking too much about that problem, so I attach to the mental image. So alright, thầy Nhật Anh said that, believe what you believe, and then let other people, they have their own doubt, and there is no other way. We have to have a good mental image about our children, alright, as a mom. Yeah, you say that I am your honoring and gratitude, but it's important that inside your inner being, you have to see your child have no problems. That is important. So we cannot stay still. We cannot sit and stand still. And then we movement. And then we use the smartphone, and then we find things to do, and we can see that as the small child, they are really active, and then they doing this and they doing that, and they really have the high energy. So in short, you have to see your child have no problems. So this is very important. And there is a saying that believe what you believe, and let other people have their own doubt. And then we continue to we continue to believe on our belief, and let other people, they continue their doubt. And then until one day, other people, they realize that. And we can have the story here that is the mother of Edison. And then when Edison just a small child, and then the school already sent him back to the family. And then there is a letter sent also to the mother. Oh, that the child has not enough ability to study on the school. And then when the mother read the letter, and she decided to bring him home, and then mother said that, all right, from now on you wanted to stay in the house and study, and I will be the one who teach you, because you are generous. I will be the teacher. I'm going to teach you everything. And then the mother of Edison gonna to teach Edison as a generous. And then that is the belief, the belief of the mothers, that Edison is a generous. There is no problems. And then nurturing Edison with that mentality. And then up to the time Edison grow up and become a great inventor. And then the time flashed by, and then one day he do the cleanup of the storage, and then he find out the letter, and then he read the letter and he cry a lot. And then on the letter, the school said that, oh, your child has not enough ability to follow the school. So he cried a lot, because as a mother, whatever other people say, but you are, as a mother, you have to have the good mental image. Good mental image about your children. This is very, very important. And then also for the children of Thầy Toàn, bé In, bé Rít, bé Gai, bé Jay, bé Khai, bé Yin. So we can see that they are just very small, and it is very skinny. And then when come into the school, and then the teacher said that I look so skinny, and then Ba Toàn said that, oh, you are tall. It's not that you are skinny, but you are tall. And In said that, all right, if I am tall, and then I eat more to become a good appearance. And then from that time, In eating great. And then sometimes the teacher keep on saying skinny, and then In said that no. And then until one time, and In said to the teacher, I am tall. I am not skinny. I am tall. No, I am not skinny. I am tall. You look, I am already up to your belly. So In whatever other people say, In said that I am tall. I am not skinny. So anyone coming into the house said that, oh, why you are so skinny? And then Thầy Toàn said that, is there anything else you can say? Just that thing? So all right. So I have a very good appearance. So the other people keep on skinny. So okay. So it's over the certain limit. So scored at the person. All right, so that one is the certain limit. So all right, so tall is good appearance too. So we know and we learn how to eat and how to eat and how to maintain. And then Thầy Nhật Anh, I myself also, other people when meeting with me, and they said that, why you look so skinny? So I said that, no, I am really great. I have a good appearance. And then when I keep on talking that, so my grandma said that, all right, I look handsome. I am not skinny, I am just tall. Yes, and then my mom and my grandma also say the same thing. And thầy Nhật Anh said that I have a really good appearance, yes. And my button also really great, become bigger. And then now it's the time for us to take the photo. So okay, one more question, and then we're going to go into the okay, the taking the photo. So there is a question that we have the cheese on the wanting and imagination for other skirt is simple, but for our beloved one, it's not very simple. So the good meant to image, the good meant to image. So first of all, we stopped which is the wanting and imagination. Because if we wanting an imagination, so that it's not. And then after until the time we feel really exhausted and we stop, and then other people going to grow up. And we still maintain the good image to image. And we still happy. And then if it's meet into the certain limit. And then for example, the children of Thầy Toàn in Rich and J. And then if it's lost about the lễ, the decorums. So and if that is already have the certain limit, and if it's over the certain limit, so we cannot accept. And then, for example, also playing the games, and then we're not going to have the lunch. And then if until the time, and then calling for 3 times, but all right, let's come and have your lunch. If not, there's no more food, okay? And then if they do not come, and then they're crying because there is no more food, all right? And then only that day, and then after that, whenever calling for enjoying lunch, so they come to enjoy the lunch. So all right, later on when they still have the the reaction. So all right, give the iPad. There's no more playing on the iPad, and then after that, no more for 1 week, no more iPads for 1 week, no more iPads for a month. They crying, and then no more iPads for a month. And then they crying, and then sometimes asking, and then there's not yet until the time. And then until the time we set up that certain limit, so all of the children are really great. So thank you so much, teacher. Thank you so much. And then Now is the time for taking the photo and see each other again on the evening. Yes. And once again, thank you so much, all brother and sister in the Zoom this afternoon. Yeah. So I would like to say thank you for cô An, thầy Frank, thầy Dưỡng, em Rusin, anh Ron, chị Thu Hằng already be here, and also anh Bình Nguyễn. Yeah. Thank you so much, em Rusin Liu. Yeah, thank you so much, chị Thu Hằng.
Chúng ta sẽ chụp hình ở đó. Dạ. Và
thank you chị Thu Hằng.
Sẽ gửi lên trên.
See you again this evening. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you cô Hoài My.
Yeah, bye bye. Thank you. Yeah.